Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How long have we been together? Some of us years. Some of us decades. Some of us too long. And through all this time, we get to experience each other. And in our experience, there's that part of us that pays attention, becomes aware of things that are repeated time after time after time. And this reveals a consistency. Our consistency is something that perhaps we're not even aware of. And that's because we just keep doing it, keep living it, and aren't really paying attention to what we are constantly putting out there for others to see and become aware of, that then relationships are formed. I'm talking about consistency. And you see, consistency does beget consistency. But it's something that you can recognize as a talent. It's a skill you have. And however it is that you're using it, then it's going to, almost like of its own accord, keep that rolling in the way that you are using it. Consistency also reveals awareness. How it is that others can size you up after being around you for an extended period of time and know what to expect from you, whichever way that may go, simply reveals how consistency is a part of our nature. Now, if we see that it is a talent that's a part of our nature, then we can look and perhaps direct it in ways that we want it to work for us. You see, one of the things is about consistency, it reveals where it is you are in relationship to yourself and where it is you are in relationship to others. It has a way of establishing your reputation. Now, you can say, oh, you're talking about the habits that I have. You're talking about the way I do things, the way I repeat things. Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about. Just like when I come in here on a Sunday morning, I have a routine of changing the chairs around, and I don't want anyone to interrupt me changing the chairs around. Because in that state, I am also tuned into being receptive. We have these little habits that we activate in our lives to help us. Some people think that consistency only means repetitive behavior. But in reality, consistent can help you to have something that is repeatable without being repetitive. Consistency also allows for measurement. How can you measure effectiveness of whatever it is that you're doing if you don't have consistency there as a basic ground element for it to be measured? And this is one thing where I say, those who say goals are really important, I say goals are for losers. I know, let that shock you. Okay? Because you see, what you do every day matters more for what you accomplish. I've heard so many people say, and it just happened a few weeks ago, first of the year, let's make goals for this year. And how often are they kept and for how long? Most of the time, it doesn't really matter. So you can see, that's a loser trying to be something else. Because it is where you are consistent that reveals where it is you are in your life. And while we're on that subject, how many people are consistent complainers? You can count on it. It's accountable. It's right there. If they break that, you say, my God, are you feeling all right? Are you okay? But here's the thing, you see. You can take consistency and begin to fill it with positivity. And when you do, then you start becoming more focused on being consistently positive. And if you stay with being consistently positive, you're going to notice that it has an effect upon your life. You will feel more positive, you will experience more positive, and you will be looking for more positive. You see, because that's the nature of consistency. It brings you forward into the possibilities of new ideas, new understanding, new involvement. Without consistency, forget about it. You're hoping, and that's about as far as you're going. You're wishing, and you're not really putting the effort into it on a time after time after time basis to give you the results that you really want. Some people, I have a feeling, are going to live with the consistency of negativity in their life, and they're going to wonder why their lives are the way that they are, in spite of the fact that life is always taking care of them, but within the parameters of what they're setting up with their negative consistency. Now, for some of you, if this message isn't applicable, then perhaps you can look into the lives of others and see where it is. You always have that option, you see. And if you apply it with consistency, it will work for you that way. So, you look and you see, all right, if you're in a position of leadership, others are going to be looking at what you do more than they are listening to what you say. And if there is a discrepancy between what you do and what you say, then they're going to pretty much follow the same pattern because, after all, you've shown them, this is what I expect. This is what I require. Don't do as I do. Do as I say do. Don't do as I say do. Do as I do. And what if what I say to do is what I do? Then we have matching do's. Because then you're going to get the idea that what the person is saying and what they're doing is a match. There is a consistency there that you can, in yourself, rely upon. That is there to stir you and stimulate you to live the same within yourself, so that then there is a compatibility of agreement and you move forward as a unit, and as a unit you accomplish things that you would never accomplish without that consistency factor there. So I'm saying to you, if you want to change your life, then realize you already have one of the major tools that are available, and that is consistency, because everybody is. Just begin to fill it with positivity. Begin to use it in positive ways. Begin to applaud yourself, praise yourself, be grateful for your life, be thankful, and let the negatives go. I mean, if you try to mix it, it's going to turn out like a mess. But eventually, with consistency, you'll catch on to that. And you will let the negative go. And you'll realize that in doing so, you have done yourself one favorable favor. And that is, you've gotten on your side. And as long as you can continue with consistency to be in favor of yourself, to be in favor with your life, to be there, to be accountable to yourself, how many times do we all have these situations where we are challenged, we're filled with fear and doubt, anxiety, and we look at ourselves and we say, man, I sure would like to just say, goodbye, everybody. I'm on vacation. Hawaii, take me. I'm all yours. When the fact of the matter is, you know you can't do that. You know that that would not be being true to who you are. You see, and who you are is in part who you believe you are. And who you believe you are is in part very much supported by your consistency to live who you believe you are, who makes you feel good about being who you are, so that then you stand there, you live it, regardless of whether anyone else lives it or not, you are living it, and you can feel good in yourself with that. And the likelihood of it having a major impact on others grows and grows and grows with your consistency of living it. So, what I said to begin with is quite true, and that is consistency begets consistency. Look and see where your consistency lies and what the results are in your life, and you're going to get an idea of whether it is negative or whether it is positive. And if you want the improvement to show, be consistent on living the improvement. Thank you. For more information about the Metaphysical Church of Enlightenment or the Rodin Foundation, please go to our website at www.rodin.org. If you have been inspired by the revelations shared in these podcasts, please donate to the Rodin Foundation's ongoing efforts to help others help themselves at www.rodin.org/donate.